Hello and welcome back to the Radical Romuvans. So, the backlog is over. We are now on fully new episodes where I'm going to be able to respond to comments and see things happening in them, what people are asking me to do, like declare war on France, and then act upon that. I think declaring war on France is a good goal right now. We're a little bit aimless in that we are massively powerful and there's not really anything that we need to get right now. So I think a war on France is a good end goal to get to, just for just now. So, France, what kind of war could we do against France? Right now, they're a lot stronger than us in terms of army size. I mean, even if you take our retinue into account, our retinue is 10,000 troops max. That with our army levies and our vassals, that gives us 28,000 troops. No, that gives us 18,000 troops, if I can actually learn to count. So, 18,000 versus 32,000. It's possible. It's difficult, but it's possible. The main issue, though, is that we don't actually have a good war to declare. So if I go in here again and go to declare war, we have these great holy wars. Can't declare them. Crusades haven't started. We have the great conquests. Can't declare them. Don't have enough prestige. Don't have enough piety. Piety, actually, we're fairly close to. I mean, the fact that we're losing a lot because of our retinue, that's an issue. But we'll get into that in a second. It's kind of the same with our prestige, which we're not close to at all, but we are losing 22 prestige a month. However, we should be gaining, if we don't have prestige retinue, 10 prestige a month. So you can see where the difference is there, is that actually if we were gaining 10 prestige every single month, getting to the point where we can do great conquests, not an issue. Same with the piety, actually. If we're going to have a look at our piety, we're losing 6, take away that, take away the retinues, we're actually gaining 2 per month. So, my proposal is that we change our retinues over and we start converting them into money retinues, because we're gaining 24 balance every month. So it doesn't seem right that we should be paying for a retinue with a resource we don't have a lot of, when we have a resource we have a lot of, and these retinues are better than our first ones. Like, we can get either the Baltic warriors, which we got rid of earlier, which are fairly good, or we could go into like any sort where you just get cavalry retinues, which are fairly nice. Like something like that. That's going to give us a very, very strong army. I'd say I'm trying to wonder which one's better. So that one uses 900. That one uses 900 as well. So they cost the same. They use the same retinue cap. Monthly cost is the same. This one's 30% better defense, 10% better morale, or 2020. But that one gets you 250 troops. That one gets you 300. I kind of think cavalry might just be better. Have a look here what our heavy infantry is like. So heavy infantry is 00701. This one is 248. So it's generally better in attack, I would say. Although one of the phases is pursue, which you don't get into that often. Generally in your pursue, you've already won, basically, I think. So, yeah. So outside of melee, heavy infantry kind of sucks. I can't see what heavy cav can do. Do I have any heavy cav? Let's have a look here. I do not have any heavy cav. Okay, so I can't actually see what their stats are. Can I see them here? Nope. Interesting. So how am I going to go about that? I could look around until I find a vassal that has heavy cav. But that seems unlikely. Well, if there is going to be one, it's going to be down here, right? I'm expecting in like one of these bits. One of these bits might have some heavy cav. Maybe right at the edge over here. Only light. Does anyone have any heavy cav? Is the next question, like on the map. I can't look at their armies, so it doesn't matter. Okay. Well, essentially what I'm getting at here is I can't tell whether they're better or not, but let's continue looking at light cav. We assume that heavy cav are better, but light cav are the main part of the army. So if I head back into here, we're sitting at 5.3, 7.1, 7.1 for defense, and then that is 5.6, which is better, and then 3.7 and 5.6. So that's actually a little bit. It's a little bit worse in defense. So really, they're just better in the skirmish phase. Yeah, maybe they're not. Depends on how good the 50 heavy cav you're getting is, to be honest. Because light cav maybe a little bit worse than the heavy infantry you're going to be getting. Yeah, although they get attack and defense, and this one's just defense, so they do get a little bit more of a percentage bonus. We would say maybe light cav are equal to the heavy infantry. It depends what the heavy cav is. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, that's completely off track. Anyway, what I was getting at was that we need to switch our retinue over to use this. However, we don't want to immediately switch our retinue over, because if we switch it straight away, these factions are going to be very, very strong because they're going to have a higher percentage of our strength. So, what I'm thinking we do is we just hold our money. We try and do some conquests so we can increase our retinue size. That also stops our prestige from going into the dirt. And we start getting rid of prestige retinues, like, slowly. Like, say, we get it to the point where we actually are at a retinue cap, and we slowly just cut off the prestige. Although our retinue cap is so far off, are we close to the next level of military organization? No, not in the slightest. Yeah, it's going to be difficult. Anyway, we'll work it out. We could also move somewhere that has more military organization, although it doesn't look like anyone's tech is that much higher than us. Yeah, maybe we'll continue working our way down to the Byzantines here, see if we can trigger the Crusades to happen, which gives us other ways to declare war, and then we'll work on our retinue while we're at it. Right now, though, we're threatening. Not a lot we can do. I'm going to head down here, and we'll chill out down here. What are the defensive packs against us like? Fairly large, although the white one's not that large. What's the white one? That is the Christian one. Is that right? If I check over, oh, it's all the same nation. Yes, that's Christian. But the only people who are actually in it are the people to the east of us. So actually, we could probably attack that if we wanted to. What kind of wars have we got? We got Great Holy Wars we can't declare. We got Liberate Kiev. Is that a duchy? It is a duchy. Nice, we can get 4 more provinces if we want. We also, that means that our defensive pact is not against the Byzantine Empire, right? We could potentially do a war against them. What kind of wars have we got against the Byzantines? Great Holy Wars, Great Conquest, Holy War. Now there are a lot of there aren't a lot of Orthodox around. That must be the other series. So yeah, Holy War for this one seems like the obvious choice, right? Yeah. I don't see a great issue, although England would join because they have an alliance. Okay. How strong is England? Probably not that strong. 14,000. Okay. Stronger than I thought. How strong are the Byzantines? 21,000. So that's a 25,000 war. And we worked out that we have 8,000. So we have 18,000. That's going to be a difficult one to swing. I think I'm going to wait till that army is reinforced, at the very least, before we do anything else. We also have a couple of things that are still building, so we'll see how that goes. Right, unpause. Right. The constant surges of adrenaline and increased heart rate makes me weary. It's not as fun being angry as it used to be. Oh, I'm no longer wroth. Well, that's going to put a downer in our martial situation. So we're a little bit weaker there. Also, because I've just reloaded a game, obviously all of the defensive packs will change, and everything I looked at is now pointless. Right, we need a new diviner. My son has finished his ways in education. He is awful. People were saying as well, why don't you recruit your sons into your secret society and that sort of thing? The reason I don't is because not everyone likes the secret society kind of thing. Like, I'm not mean like in-game, I mean like in the comments section. People don't really like this secret society thing as much, and that's why I tend to only bring it out occasionally. Like, it's okay with for a little bit of flavor, but if I recruit all my sons, they're all going to be in it, and then that pretty much means it takes over the series as the focus, so that's why I'm avoiding it, but, you know, that's basically my logic. He is god-awful in terms of stats. He only has, like, 2 traits. I mean, I suppose he has reasonable martial, but it's still kind of awful. I'm just going to marry him off. Why does he hate me? Because he wants my titles. Okay, fair enough. Why don't you marry someone who is strong? There we go. You can marry her. This Italian lady. That seems alright. Yeah, there we go. That's him out of the way. Need a new diviner. New diviner is going to be Aldona, my concubine. She is my religion, right? Yeah, she is my religion. Why does she hate me? Oh, just many different reasons. That's fine. I'm going to send her a gift. That's fine. Now she can't hate me as much. And she can go and convert. Wait, is my capital the wrong religion or is that the right religion? No, it's the wrong religion. What religion's my capital? It's still the old religion. Oh, interesting. We need a new court physician. Let's have a look at what our stats are like. We can possibly get a better one. Yeah, I'll go and recruit. We'll see if we can find someone better. Oh yes, I'm also trying to kill this guy. And the reason I'm trying to kill that guy is because he's in a faction against me. He also has the intrigue focus, maybe plotting against me. And maybe that is the reason I'm trying to kill him. I can't remember, but I'm fairly certain it's because he's in the faction. You receive a report from the outcome of the military experiments that your marshal asked you to sponsor. Apparently, a large steel-plated chariot was constructed, propelled by 10 men inside, pulling it forward, directed by a captain peering out from a revolving turret mounted on top. This vehicle also had several ballistas firing through arrow slits. Though it ended up being too slow and expensive for actual wartime employment, it still provided some valuable lessons. Nice. Military tech points are really nice to get. Right. Word has reached you of a much beloved old man named Vermantis that resides in a nearby village. Good name. The old man spends his days freely helping the villagers with various medical matters such as concocting herbal remedies and amputating infected limbs. He agrees to take up residence at your court if you donate a large sum of gold to the village. Yeah, sure. Seems fair to me. Pretty good at his job. He is 70 though, so he might just die. Which is unfortunate. Just the other day, skulking as I often do, I caught Chief Azolas of Chud and my niece Yevna in flagrant. They didn't notice me, but I'm shocked she's a married woman by Divas. I could try and get some money out of it, I suppose. Let's get some more money. We need it to replace our retinue. Nice. 2.6. I'll go a long way to replacing our retinue. My co-conspirators hired someone to saw through the supports of the railing on a balcony Chief Lutaveris is known to frequent. Oh, fantastic. Oh, we have a nephew named Azulas. Okay. Seems fine to me. Castletown has been built in Coop. And he fell to the ground like a rotten fruit when the balcony railing gave way. A tragic accident as far as anyone is concerned. Gravity can be a cruel mistress. My niece just died of dysentery. Okay, that's fine. We won't need to worry about her going off and having affairs and things. A grand summoning. For some time now, my dear niece and sister in winter, Kenna, and I have been researching the proper ritual for invoking a certain greater demon. A few weeks back, our brethren managed to procure an ancient clay tablet with a missing incantation. We stand ready to attain powers undreamed of by mortal men. Unlimited power. A grand summoning. Our coven surrounds the summoning circle, and it's the same one as before, which is weird. It's the exact same event we've had several times, but I'll say I'll seek power and I gain some learning. Interesting. And some more dark power. We could do something with it. We can absorb life force of our children. I mean, I don't really like this child. Could I just absorb his life? I guess they have to actually be a child. Yeah, like I could take Barboa here. Just absorb her life force. No, not this child though. Because he's not in my court. These aren't in my court. I see. This child. I could absorb her life force. Prolong my own life. I mean, it's not like we're going to die anytime soon. But we could do it with a few more children if we're going to absorb life force. Guess I need some more concubines. Ones that aren't 63. Probably need to go raiding. That seems like a good idea. Let's toggle looter and start raiding the ends here. See what we can do. A little bit of assaulting down. See what we get. Nice. A lot of money. That's what we get. An absolute ton of money. This is some solid looting ground. Right. Wait a couple days and we can assault it down. How much did we get? Didn't really say, but it looks like it's quite a lot. That was 64 from that one. Oh yeah, looting the Byzantines, fantastic idea. That is so much money. The werewolf. You have been nervous for the last couple of nights, sleeping restlessly, feeling a strange pull on your mind. During the days you've been tired, but also tense with anticipation, sensing something important arriving. Now at night, as you wake and see the full moon rise, you finally understand it's the moon. It speaks to you. It's time to rise, time to become the wolf, time to go out, time to be free, time to lose your mind in the moon madness. Ooh. There we go, we're a werewolf. And we run through the night far and farther still, the moon madness driving you. You jump ditches, climb hills, and swim small rivers. You run and run until you're exhausted, then lie down to sleep on soft ground, just to rest a little. So good, but so tiring. And Memel is doing quite well, somebody told me while I'm doing all this. You wake in the morning, but feel as though you hadn't slept at all. You vaguely remember having nightmares. You're as cold as well as wet. What happened during the night? You don't remember at all. Strange. I begin to feel unwell. Now I have a fever. Child, I'm just saying. You're looking like a good way to extend my life. Yeah, we aren't marrying her off to anyone, are we? No, she is attractive. She is zealous. Whatever, I'm going to absorb her life force. As the ritual comes to a close, your daughter, Vida, finally dies and you feel the small trickle of their life force join with your own. All that remains is to consume her organs to absorb the full potential. The things we do for life. Okay. She's also called the Heavenly, so I feel like we have done something awful. What did we get in terms of health? Stolen health, +1 health. Wow. That's awful. We also got the Great Pox. Okay. Thinks we have the Great Pox. That's fine. People are killing other people in combat. Absolutely not a worry for us. Right, assault it down. That's not bad. It's about 70 ducats again. More subjects are converting to my religion. Definitely the right thing. We do have the Great Pox. Oh, fantastically awful. Right, so that's syphilis. -2 health. Stress is -1 health. We do have +1 from mild. It's only mild syphilis. Plus we've got some treatments. We've got some symptom treatment, which is what I was trying to say. That's plus another 2/5. We've also got stolen health, so we're only at negative 0.75, assuming we don't have... Oh, we have another positive here because we're invigorated. We're another... So we're only -0.25 health. Okay. Right. Well, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. Your court physician comes to see us and offers us some treatment. Do what you can. Yeah. Don't do anything crazy. Your eyes widened when Vermantis led a goat into your chambers. This foul smell of its flatulence made you both cover your noses, but the physician pulled your hand. Both cover your noses, but the physician made you pull your hand away. Apologies, my lord. This is the treatment. He recommended deep breaths. Oh, and that worked. All right, so we now, yeah, we're good on health now, I'd say. I like how they're coming to try and stop us from raiding, but they're actually running into other issues while they're doing that. We have a peasants' revolt in Grodmo. Okay, this isn't looking great for us. A member was caught from our group. We are doing okay here. We're not doing awfully. I think the issue is that they're gonna... Well, the reinforcements aren't really gonna help. Them not having a commander on this flank's gonna hurt them a lot. Yeah, I think the left one looks like the one we're gonna win, though. Potentially. Let's see how this goes. I think we're gonna lose overall. Oh yeah, because there's another 7,000 heading in here. Just call that, you know, an example of what would have happened in the war. Although we did make about 800 gold, so maybe that is a good thing to have. More people being caught from my, from my, what's it called, society. That's okay. We can perform a mass sacrifice. Oh, we're in a war, though. That's the only reason we can do it. I was thinking it was the other one, like the Blood Games or something. No, this is fine. We also didn't capture ourselves a concubine. This person tried to have someone assassinated. Alright, we'll expose the plot. That's fine. We could imprison him, but I'm not overly worried about that. Right. More people are converting. Nice. 100% on the war. Offer peace and force demands. Nice. Captured that person. And I think I'm going to end the episode there. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.